Well, when you realize a UFC title shot at 170 pounds, that is saying something. Most people would argue this is as deep as any division in the UFC, and this man, undeniably the #1 contender as he makes the walk tonight.
He has separated himself from the pack. The only person left is the champion. He has done everything necessary to be viewed as a guy that could hold this championship belt. Now's his moment. He has got to lock in for 25 minutes because it's going to take all of that 25 to beat this great champion. Big spot for this young man tonight.
Well, and a lot of his UFC experience he believes is going to help him in this setting. He's been measured with his energy all week. Nerves do not appear to be an issue. We'll see if by night's end we have a new champ. All right, so we get another look and title defense for the UFC's undisputed welterweight champion, and he's chasing greatness, right? He wants to be mentioned alongside Georges St. Pierre. Kamaru Usman is one of the greatest welterweight champions. To keep that dream alive, gotta hold serve as the favorite tonight.
For him, it was about getting there. And once he got there, Johnny started thinking bigger. How do I build my resume? How do I build the legacy? How do I do enough to be remembered? It's all about legacy for this guy. It's fight by fight. But every time you speak to him, he talks in historical terms. He's just a tremendous champion.
Well, and some people were suggesting this week that he move up a division and chase double champ status. He is focused on the task at hand. We'll see if he can handle it with flying colors tonight. All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jack Della Maddalena. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, here we go, round 1 with Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And a lot of people were willing to forget the name when he lost to Jeff Neal back in 2019. This man has been on an absolute tear ever since, training now at his native Chicago at Mike Valley's Academy. But it's the wrestler, it's the suffocation on the ground that Muhammad maybe didn't have early on in his UFC career that has become a staple of his recent success. Muhammad's shot there is blocked. Nice. Nicely done. Now some spacing as they exit the clinch. Oh, just out of range with that punch attempt. So more output, at least in the early going.
And that's how it's done. Go and get that takedown.
Right into side control. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here.
Beautiful transition.
Oh, arm triangle attempt now.
Oh, that sub is tight.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. Big ground and pound.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Belal Muhammad.
Trying to recover full guard there. Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Lands the ground and pound strike here. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles. Nice defense.
Making all these shots count. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
Straight right hand now, just misses. Good block there. And now leather being thrown on both sides. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there. Just two. His head still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut like that, it was Overeem versus Ngannou. And you know he still haven't come out to Overeem's head.
Muhammad's in half guard. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Oh, and transitions right into side control.
That was a slick transition.
15 seconds to go.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Second round, straight ahead. Heading back to the corner now, and however deliberately, Muhammad's bleeding from the forehead a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as the fight continues. Hopefully the cut man can do his work and get it under control so it doesn't bleed down into the fighter's eyes. Well, he's done a real good job attacking that cut above the eye, and here is your visual proof.
I mean, John, just devastating. These blows were amazing. He was able to land at will, and he opened up a nasty cut over the eye of his opponent. Now he's got to target it, and every time he lands, that blood will start to pour down into the eye, making it real hard to fight.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two.
Nice strike. Great defensive skills. He blocked that punch. Great timing on that double leg. He passes the half. Now he's going full mount.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Well, we told you off the top of the broadcast he could do it all, but he's leaning on the striking tonight and continues to hit his opponent really with most of what he's throwing.
Well, he can't miss. I mean, it's like the guy's throwing a baseball at the side of a barn. Everything he throws, he lands, and he's showing that he can do it, and he can do it in abundance. The pace that this young man is fighting at is truly something special.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Muhammad. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Takedown defense holds up, and they separate.
Oh, nice elbow.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Controlling the fight behind that jab.
All right, let's go. Let's get those hands going now.
Devastating uppercut.
Nice block.
Put your hands up higher. Come on.
Big shot to the head.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Watch that uppercut.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Oh, nice.
Man, doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty. Double leg is good.
Another takedown lands.
Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in.
Finish it.
Wow, somehow, some way he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Champ, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming in his direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch a guy comfortable even when he's under attack. Gotta be careful here.
2 minutes now to go in round two. Nice positional control here. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Muhammad. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he's the next shot, a follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Circling to his right. All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing.
Really starting to get that hook going here in round two. Very efficient with that weapon. The defense needs to be shored up here or he's going to find himself twitching on the canvas. Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He's able to take his arm out and stay safe.
Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward. Nice shots landing from the top position.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Posture's up now. Oh, and delivers. Huge punch to the head there. And the horn sounds on round two. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good. And that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tucked, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
Well, watch for him to set up that hook again here. He landed that inside leg kick.
And the strike lands clean. And that's the danger in the engagement there.
Takedown defense is there.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook.
And they separate after exiting the clinch. Such a blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook.
All right, so the ref has called a break to the action, and it likely means, yes, he will call in the doctor to look at that cut, which is just leaking all over the octagon right now.
A lot of blood, John, but this is a fight. I mean, guys bleed, girls bleed. It happens in a fight. These guys should be able to continue.
Looks like he's almost willing himself to stay in this fight, and doctor's going to give him a chance. Somewhat surprising there. That cut is nasty.
It's a nasty cut.
Ready.
All right, so the ref will get the action back underway after that brief health and safety check, and to no one's surprise, the fans support the decision for the action to continue.
Absolutely. I mean, this official decided you can go. Even though at times the fighter may question whether or not he can do it, we have very smart ringside officials that make a determination. The determination is, get your butt out there and fight. Let's see what happens.
And we have a very smart fighter who is going to have to start protecting that injury. Miss with the flying knee.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
All right, well, that blow is fauceting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So
looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Takes his back now. And he will let his opponent stand up here. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other, DC.
yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly.
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that one.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. He passed the half guard.
Muhammad's pretty swollen now in that jaw area. It doesn't appear to be affecting him all that much, but he's absorbed a lot of strikes to the head. Got to figure out a way to raise the guard and be more defensively sound.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, he's on his back, but he's landing. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up. Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position. Oh, right in the mount.
Oh, that cut is getting worse with every passing ground strike as he lands again. 30 seconds now to go in the round. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the fight.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Muhammad's face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. Man, this fight has been pretty wild. A lot of high-octane output on both sides, and candidly, neither fighter looking too good here.
It's the output. I mean, both of these guys have got their foot on the gas from the start of the fight. They've worked really, really hard to get to where they are right now. They're both going to have to rely on the toughness to drag them through the very difficult moments.
All right, so the cut man attends to the fighter who has essentially been rendered a one-eyed fighter at this point in time. Some replays from the previous round.
No defensive intent, no defensive intensity, no attention to his defense, and this costing him. Now he's dealing with a massive cut over his eye, and that's going to make it hard for him to see. He's got to change something, man. He's got to.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Oh, huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight. There you go. There you go.
Muhammad's really bleeding heavily now. You got to think they might bring in the ringside physician to take a look at that cut between rounds. Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top. Good work from the top here by Muhammad. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. While landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Belal Muhammad. Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing from these two individuals. Both fighters damaged and compromised, and yet leaning on the heart here late in the fight.
Yeah, they're both leaning on the heart. They're both trying to really show that they belong. They're both trying to show that they're the better fighter. They have been matched at every single step. They're both bloody, battered, bruised, but neither one of them is willing to take a step back. These guys want to win.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tired, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two.
That is as big a strike as he has landed thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now...
He can't even stand.
Well, if you like blood, maybe this is the fight for you, but that cut just continues to get targeted by his
He's a
opponent.
bloody mess, yeah. He's been beat up. The guy has been targeting the eye, and now the cut is at a stage that I don't know if he's going to be able to be in there much longer. Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique.
Muhammad's in half guard now, so the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Muhammad's got the full mount. Postures up. Ooh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, wisely, he continues to strike right on that cut. And the blood, I think, is becoming a real factor now.
Yeah, the blood is becoming a factor because now you start to worry about the blood going into the mouth, the blood going into the eyes. You just got to worry about the entirety of the face being covered from the cut. It's going to be hard for him to get through this.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Muhammad. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt. I can see the ringside physician starting to get up because that cut has gotten to a very bad place.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Muhammad's able to make a nice transition there back into side control.
Nice.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
And now he's got the back. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country. It's another one of those ones where you might think about stopping it.
Oh, yeah, we got blood all over the broadcast table.
It's legit everywhere. It's all over us.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with his kick. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Oh, big left hand. 20 down, 5 to go. All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now. Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? You ready?
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Bro, that cut is so bad.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Oh, and he goes to the hook now. It's good. Well, you can just see he is oozing with confidence, and not overconfidence, but a big knockdown in round 1, likely the source of that confidence.
When everything is going great, you tend to feel like you can walk through a wall. He doesn't need to walk through a wall. He needs to continue to find the right avenue to land those shots.
Well, some might describe this as critical condition. That eye is absolutely mangled. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a stoppage here soon.
Yeah, I mean, John, you look at his face. He's been beaten up for a very long time. I could see the doctor coming into the ring, looking at the cut and saying, I've seen enough.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Muhammad's in half guard.
There it is. Now he's going to mount. Now he's got good body position. Yup.
Well, I don't think his corner is going to step in here, but maybe the referee will take a close look. I mean, that eye is disgusting.
His eye is done. He's been beat up. He got cut early in the fight, and he's just been targeted in that area. He
landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
All right, so we go down the stretch. He is clearly losing this fight, and at this point, you just abandon position and go for submission, yes?
Yeah, you gotta just go.
This is why you pay to be in the building. Back and forth we go. Shades of Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald as these athletes go toe-to-toe, both dealing with cuts and adversity and trying to fight through it. Absolutely incredible result.
So many people say they want to be a fighter. If I'm trying to convince somebody... Oh, nice double leg, yes. Great job changing the position and getting that reversal.
And he's back up. Muhammad's cut has really opened up now, folks. I don't necessarily... Under 2 minutes now to decide this one. Muhammad going for the takedown here, nothing doing there. Fades upstairs and lands flush to the body.
When they land perfect, that is the reaction you're hoping to get. That one landed perfect in this fight. Maybe stop very soon.
It is hard to hear ourselves on the headsets. This place is going crazy after one of the best fights of the year. Both men put it all on the line. Just really a sight to behold from minute one of this fight.
Well, they told us. They both told us. Strap in. This is going to be one of the best fights you've ever seen, and boy, has it delivered. We have seen blood. We have seen heart. We have seen spirit. We have seen these two lay it on the line against each other. But hey, it takes two to tango, and we had the two right guys in the octagon tonight to produce an instant classic.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Now inside the closed guard.
Watch guillotine. Yep, that guillotine's deep. That guillotine choke is getting tight, but you can't just squeeze. You gotta get your hips to your opponent if you want him to tap.
Oh, he's out.
That was nice. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. 20 seconds left.
Oh, right into mount. This is where he wants to be.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Della Maddalena!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stand and cheer. We have a new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world. And what an effort from the #1 contender and challenger here tonight to outlast the champion over 25 hard minutes. And now the focus shifts to this man as the welterweight division enters a new phase. We congratulate tonight the new king of the UFC welterweight division.